So, welcome to Ace Combat 7, Skies Unknown. And I've been a massive fan of the Ace Combat series from PS2 days, actually. Some of the greatest, actually PS1 days. Ace Combat, I think I've been played and cleared like 100% Ace Combat 3 Electrosphere. And I played every single iteration of Ace Combat since then. The only one I really hated was I think it was number 6, or it was called Global Assault or something like that. It was a real world kind of Ace Combat based theme story or whatever. So this is set back in the fictional world of, the fictional world of Yuktobania and all of those states. So I'm currently playing this on the PS5. This is the version 1.60. The disappointing thing on PS5, this game kind of benchmarked around because it's using the Unreal 4 engine, it benchmarked more or less about 60 frames. But it never exceeded HD resolution. Unfortunately, they never fixed that. And even the Xbox, I think the Xbox One X, also never ran at high resolution. So, with that being said, though, the PS5 will run it at a more steady frame rate. I'm running it with HDR as well. Let's just see if this game supports HDR. I don't think so, actually. Okay. But now it's an incremental game. It's like a lot of these games that even if you start a new game, you keep your progress from all your multiplayer and your vehicles unlocked in it. So I pretty much got all aircrafts besides I think the 3 final ones unlocked. I'm going to play with some, obviously some good aircrafts. I'm going to play with them throughout the story on a higher difficulty. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. This is also installed on the 825 SSD. And let's check the load times and the gameplay from there. Okay, cool. Let's get into it. Can I just do something? I actually want to put my camera on the other side because this side may come in the way. Let's do this. Apologies, I am just adjusting the camera quickly. Okay, we're back. And what I've done is I managed to flip it horizontally, but let's put it on the other side. And we're going to move it to that. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Now, where were we? Okay, so yeah, I think I've also got the DLC. We'll see how the stream goes. But if the series gets a lot of attention, I'll play through the DLC as well. Sorry, I just want to minimize that screen. That's a bit too dark. Let's just go here. Okay, still a little bit too dark, but it should be fine. Okay, cool. Anyways, let's go. Campaign. We're gonna restart the story. And we are going to play on the Design for True Aces. This can be changed part way. I actually am thinking I'm going to take it on the Aces difficulty. It's going to be a bit tricky, but might as well. Okay.
Does the color of the sky mean anything special to you? It does to me. A hell of a lot. When I close my eyes, the sky in my dreams is a deep, dark blue. Pilots have been in my family for 4 generations. Flying's in my DNA. Even so, my grandpa didn't want me joining the Air Force. He lost faith in the Ocean Air Defense the day my dad died in battle.
You know, Abby, I wish you could see what it's like up there. Cruising above the clouds, the dark blue of the stratosphere. Nothing beats being at the controls and seeing it from the cockpit. Look here.
Gramps tossed a magazine over to me with an article. Unmanned fighters are no longer a dream, it read. Pilots taking to the skies will soon be a distant memory.
I don't see anything good coming from that.
Know what? Lying smack dab in the middle of the desert west of here, there's a bunch of planes from the last war. Some of them have been mothballed, but most of them are just rusted piles of junk waiting to be scrapped. Gramps was really good friends with the super there, so he got to take whatever he wanted, no questions asked. That's how we got the parts to build our own plane. Now, when I say we, I mean me, my grandpa, and his old war buddies. I cut my teeth working with those geezers. They taught me their skills, and some dirty jokes. But with their aging eyeballs and whatnot, I ended up having to do most of the work myself. I was at the airstrip doing some flight training when I saw it. A prototype drone. It wasn't much of a plane, more of a trash can with wings.
Laugh at it all you want, kid. But technology's always changing. If you don't keep up with it, it'll leave your ass behind.
It took 6 years and 8 months to get that engine running. And it took us another 1.5 years after that to finally get the balance of the airframe just right. I'd gone from being a little girl to, well, still a girl, just older. But now, I was all alone. Wherever the souls of my Gramps and his pals are flying, I hope it's peaceful. Then, finally, I was ready to break the sound barrier. All this plane could do was take off, accelerate, and fly up. Straight up, through the clouds, higher into the sky. Dark blue. I could almost touch it. Then I saw Osia's fighters. They were tailing something. A drone. They were going full out chasing that thing. Doing 30 Gs at least. Damn, I've never seen anything move that fast. It had a rose painted on it. The Erusian emblem. But that country's a whole continent away from here.
Right. You should have been my best with you, piece of junk. Should have built a return too.
Everyone here? Settle down. I said settle down. You have all been instrumental in helping to maintain peace in Usea as members of the International Union Peacekeeping Force. Until today. Earlier, our radar site informed us that a group of unidentified aircraft was approaching. Communication systems went down immediately afterwards. We are led to conclude that they have attacked the site. Here's your mission. It's possible that the Usian ceasefire agreement has been broken for the first time in over a decade. As of today, the Fort Gray's air-based squadron of the IUPF has been put on high alert. All members who have been ordered to sortie, fly there immediately. Find the unidentified craft, then use your weapons to round them up and force them to land. If the hostiles counterattack, then you will...
What the hell was that? There's smoke! We're under attack. Numerous unidentified aircraft confirmed overhead. How is that possible?
The tank farm to the north has been bombed.
Many injured.
Scramble! All units, take off and eliminate the unidentified craft attacking the base. This is not a drill.
Okay, so this is the welcome to the mission briefing. So this operation is Deerhorn. Take down the hostile bombers. And sky conditions are sunny, scattered cloud cover. So this is us, trigger. Can move the camera around. That's Clown, it's one of our ally squadrons. And I think these are actually just fighters, so it's me, Clown, those are just call signs. Knocker, Brownie, Golem 3 and Golem 4. And there's the target, and they're Tu-95s, Tigers. So, since this is Ace Combat 7, and we're starting up a new game, we're going to start from the bottom of the tier list. We're going to play around with the aircraft, the different roles with the different missions. This is we unlocked the Starfighter. Okay. Huh. So this is the aircraft from the intro. Okay, I think I'm going to go for an F2. So F2, it's a multi. Let's just see here. There we go. Should we go for the F2? It's a multi-roll, or should we go straight to the F16? Let's actually just go straight to the F16. So the F16 is a low-weight fighter developed to, among other things, support large lead air superiority fighters, featuring the latest technology of its time, such as fly-by-wire. It boasts great dexterity and stability. Its nickname is the Fighting Falcon. I actually had a model of one of these when I was a kid. I used to be big into jets. Okay, so let's get some stickers going. Some decals. There we go. And since it's an air-to-air sortie, we are going to go for short-range aerial suppression missile. What else is there? It's multi-targets. Okay, let's go for these. And just for the beginning's sake, the parts on this aircraft, I just want to see here. Let's go for maneuverability. Let's increase. Just want to see. Okay, now we want queens. And let's see what else is. Top speed, acceleration, and top speed. Okay, so let's go for that. And let's take that off and go for the variable. Now, for weapons, I'm going to remove that. And we want some standard missile, there we go, enhanced standard missile home capabilities. We don't want that. Flight distance. What else do we have here? Nope. Let's go for some, yeah, take our missiles up to about 90. There we go. And our Falcon is ready. I'm just confirming we're taking the normal Mage skin. And then for the emblem, we are going to be rolling with Trigger, since that's our call sign. And since I'm casting in black and white, why not black and white? No, man. And let's go.
Mage Squadron, aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
Radar site's still silent. Scramble. Get those birds in the sky. We're sitting ducks. What's happening? Bombers incoming. Don't know how many.
Let's clear that runway. We don't got all day here.
Mage Squadron, head to runway. Column Squadron, take off. Link to Skykeeper. Hurry, Mage Squadron. Your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back.
So, ailerons and elevators working fine. Rudder is perfect. Let's go.
Good luck.
Control, do me a favor and get that bird in the air ASAP.
Cadet, Column Squadron and your wingmen are airborne. Take off and form up with Mage 1. Mage 2 altitude restriction is lifted. Good luck.
The carrier. Whoa. Looks like the harbor's taken a lot of damage.
Can't have any more casualties. Time to stop the bullshit. Mage 2, warm up with Mage 1. All aircraft, let's do this. Column Squadron, it's go time.
Roger that.
Going for understood.
Yeah, let's go.
This is the AWACS Skykeeper. Take down all unidentified bombers. They don't have many escorts. They hit our radars hard in the last attack. Expect the worst and stay sharp.
Wilco. Trigger, I'm your wingman. Fly with me now. That's what it means to be in an element.
Mage 2,
One bomber down.
enemy bomber confirmed down. Good job, Mage 2.
Not bad, Mage 2. Trigger, switch your radar. See if you can locate the enemy. There it is, sitting there all pretty, just waiting to be taken.
And the one thing I love about this game, you can even play from the cockpit view as well. And all the dials are somewhat functional as well. It's freaking awesome. And this game is compatible with PSVR.
Our fuel storage is intact. I'm asking for another round. All escorts form up for another attack. Point is 835.
Watch out for the support aircraft.
Okay. We've got 2 lock-on this. There we go.
Eliminated. This should make the job easier.
Oh, we just got the target bomber to take out.
Mage 2.
Brownie and knock on him.
Target confirmed down. Looking good, Mage 2. Mage 2. Target's
This
in
gun full
range.
looks amazing.
Bombers.
Trigger, stay calm. We've got
Switching
this.
to special weapons.
I know the kid's shown some promise, but let's remember, he's still barely got his feet wet.
Actually, we're gonna save that. We're gonna go for the normal missile.
Trigger, don't forget your special weapon.
We're gonna go for the support first.
Target is in range of guns.
Okay.
Mage 2, target down.
Boom.
Enemy bomber down. Nice going, Mage 2.
Not too shabby, Mage 2. You still got a long way to go, kid. I'll give you some pointers back at base if you can make it in one piece.
Skykeeper, this is Mage 1, over. Tally 2 bandits.
Copy that. It's a bomber and an escort.
Whoa there, Trigger, settle down. Mage 2, maintain your element with Mage 1. Do not break off. Mage 1, make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. We'll come. Golem 2, let's maintain element.
Copy that, Commander. I've got your 6 covered, sir.
Radio.
Ooh, support's detaching towards us.
Mage, 2 new enemy groups.
Got you. Oh, yes.
This is HQ.
Let's go.
Attention all combat groups. Are there any drones? Verify. Drones? Are you kidding me right now? Jesus, this is the kind of shit that really chaps my ass. UAVs? I can't tell them apart.
We need to get to them before they bomb the base. Switching to the 4 AAMs. We should get a lock on at least 3 of them. Come on, come on, there we go. Oh, there we go, 3. 1 down. Shit. 2 missed. I've got lost but not at the right angle. There we go. Special weapon.
Mage 2 bandit confirmed down.
They can burn with their own payload.
Hesitating for a split second could be the difference between life and death. Stay sharp, think fast.
Roger that.
Switching to special weapons. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. 2 lock. Shit. I think that's gonna miss, yeah. Bogey down.
Mage 2, missile.
Shit. So generally high G-turn by pulling out the back flaps as well. We'll be able to switch direction fast enough for the missile to lose some form of lock-up. Yeah, lock-up. Shit, behind me again. That's the support aircraft, they're not dealt with. This one there. Last MiG. Come on. Come on. Oh. Just the bombers now.
Mage 2, locked. To Golem and Mage, job well done. All bombers are down. Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
Good going, Mage 2. Flight Commander looks like he's got what it takes. Let's slow down. It's just one sortie. Don't try to be a hero. I want you to make it back in one piece, you hear?
Yeah, I gotta side with the boss man on this.
Golem Squadron, this is HQ. Did you confirm any drones?
What's the deal with all the drones?
Golem 1, return to base and report for debriefing. target is Mage 2. Verify and read back.
We are currently assessing the damage to the base. We have confirmed that the aircraft carrier Albatross was sunk. We know the attacking bogies were from Erusia. International Union peacekeeping force bases all over the Yusian continent were attacked in the same way. The damage is severe. Many wars are lost by failing to recover from the opening blows. That means successfully retaliating was very important. You may have turned the tides of battle here. You have our thanks.
Okay, we got an A ranking on that.
As of 1 p.m. today, the Kingdom of Erusia has declared war on the Osean Federation. As soon as the news broke out, enemy aircraft began bombing Osean territory, causing widespread destruction. The Air Defense Force has released a statement saying this violent attack was carried out by drones. They speculate the drones were secretly transported to Osea in shipping containers and launched remotely. The Secretary of the Navy has stated that the enemy was targeting naval ports across the country. According to the Secretary, all of the nation's aircraft carriers, including one still under construction, sustained severe damage in the attacks. We have yet to hear back from the department as to the fate of Osean carriers currently at sea. Hold on. I've just received breaking news. The International Space Elevator, which is being built in southern Yusia, has been seized by the Erusian army. Reports say former President Harling was touring the site at the time, but his current whereabouts are unknown. Our sources in government tell us it was Harling's policies regarding the space elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war. Located near Erusia, on the continent of Yusia, the space elevator has been under construction for some time now. The Executive Office of the Osean Federation has declared a national state of emergency. They have ordered all its armed forces, including Yusian peacekeepers, to mobilize and make the necessary preparations to launch an immediate counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is officially at war. Stay tuned for further updates.
Breaking news from ENN. Osea launched an attack on the capital today, striking Farbanti from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully repelled them. During the air raid, the Osean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled planes then crashed into residential areas.
The world was screwed. 20 years ago, the Earth got slammed by an asteroid. Yusia was on the wrong side of the planet and got hit. Hard. Refugees swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country on the continent, plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started a war, one they had no hope of winning. That's the war my dad fought and died in. The biggest nations from 2 continents went head-to-head, and the so-called righteous Oseans struck the deal that ended it. They fancied themselves the only nation that could bring peace and stability to the world. They even tried saving the Yusians, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up into the sky, ended up being built in Yusia, paid for by the Oseans. President Harling said he did it out of compassion for his fellow humans. But to the folks in Erusia, it looked like Osea was moving in to take over. Erusia went from being a republic back to being a kingdom. When they started this new war, they managed to get the drop on everyone. The second the declaration hit the news, Erusian forces took control of the space elevator without spilling a single drop of blood. President Harling was touring the elevator when it happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Osea released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day. With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military, and not a single civilian was hurt in the process. Osea pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world. Erusia didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner. And when all this was going down, I just so happened to be in my flying drag racer. In case you were wondering, yeah, I survived. I crashed in a bombed-out Ocean Air Force base, then got arrested for breaking wartime aviation laws or some crap. The world went from being at peace to being at war, all in the blink of an eye.
Princess Frozen consent release of the Kingdom of Erusia. Today, Ocean airstrikes have shattered the lives of countless Erusians. The real conflict level is it is heartbreaking.
I was tried, found guilty, and stuffed into a cargo ship. For company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those mothballed planes I told you about before? They were loaded on the ship, too. We headed off down south for several days, and then swung east. That's how I got here. I was thousands of kilometers from Erusia, on the opposite side of the Usian continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol boats, and the base? The fences were topped with razor wire, the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a truck with a gun turret was parked in front of the gate. Its gun was aimed at the yard. This was a prison. This place looked like a full-on base, but half the tanker trucks were just big balloons, and the runways weren't even paved, just painted on the dirt. The whole place was just one big fat lie. The only reason I was here is because they knew I'd restored a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought, that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit? So, I tried to escape. They found out, and set the dogs on me.
Erusia has made a declaration to the Ocean Federation and all countries on the Usian continent stationing the IUN peacekeeping force that we are now at war. Right after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that have inflicted major damage to our armed forces. Forces aligned with Erusia are currently appearing throughout Usia. The combination of these forces has overwhelmed the majority of the continent, and they are now encroaching on us in the east. Additionally, the multinational space elevator has been seized by the Erusian military. After the previous war, the space elevator became both a symbol of peace and a valuable asset in the fight against growing energy concerns. Whoever has control of it will have enormous influence over the entire continent. We cannot turn a blind eye to this critical situation. The Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron has been entered into the order of battle to reclaim the elevator as an advance element. First, you will attack all hostiles coming in the east of Schofield Plateau to stop any interference with the Allied ground troops. The enemy has deployed several vehicles equipped with anti-air radar along the roads. You are to destroy them. They should not pose much of a threat. However, there is a high likelihood that the attack will draw more enemy air support. If that happens, fight them off swiftly and establish air superiority.
Okay. Okay, so we've got a few ground targets, few air targets, some multi-role. So let's go for multi-role. And we're gonna go for the F2A. Okay. So the F-28, it's a multi-role aircraft based on the F-16, designed with the country's needs in mind. It shows the greatest strengths and interdictions at sea. It can hold its own in aerial combat. Its unofficial name is the Viper Zero. Since we're going for ground, let's keep the hypervelocity air-to-air. So I'll tell you why, so we can deal with any aircraft that come our way, or drones. I would like to go for this, but we've got 88 missiles, so we should have more than enough. Let's go check our parts out. Okay, so no, these aren't gonna cut it. Homing capabilities. No, we're not worried about that. Where's our stealth options? Let's try that out. Another thing I wanted to set is let's go.
Mage Squadron, sorting ASAP.
So this is the Viper Zero variant of the F-16.
Target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry.
Cool, we can get.
Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
But, any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close.
Yep.
It's a helicopter.
Target destroyed. 5 to go.
Get the fighters out there! Attack the radar vehicle! We're using the containers now. Those weapons are meant for tactical flexibility.
Target destroyed. 3 to go. Continue to engage at your discretion. Enemy interceptors inbound. Prepare to engage in 30 seconds.
Wilco, here they come. Take them down.
Come on, come on, come on.
Okay, recruits. Pay attention to who's on what side. The newest IFF is connected to our entire force via satellites. It's reliable, so trust
Here we
your
go.
radars.
2 targets remaining.
3 missiles. Popping flares. Ah, they're choppers.
The enemy has a lock on you, Mage 2.
Trigger
There's you. Got him.
The clouds don't just affect your field of vision. They also mess with your HUD and radar. The Seekers can sometimes lose their lock-on to their targets, too.
Retreat over clear ground. School 3, hit the payload down.
Solo 1, enemy will crash in a residential area.
Just worry about staying alive for now.
Enemy missile detected. Bandit in my sight. Locked on.
Shit.
That was the last radar vehicle. Great work. Radar vehicle's destroyed, but the interceptor shows no sign of retreating. Take it out. Continue with the mission. Crush as many as you can.
Enemy transport taxiing.
Locked.
Mage 2 is hit.
Shit.
No, they're not linking the radar vehicle. Launch manually. Redo the setup. Here's some feedback from those forwards. Find your manuals in a language you can understand. Turn the enemy aircraft away from the base. Getting on board. Thinking.
All right. This base is worth destroying.
Enemy thinking.
Locked. It's chow time.
Bandit in my sight. Locked on.
Holy shit.
Keep your mind focused.
5 targets remaining.
Enemy transport destroyed. There's the one.
4 targets remaining.
Shit. You can't take another hit.
Solo 2, Fox 2.
It didn't connect. All transports have been destroyed, but the carrier didn't.
3 targets remaining. Missile evaded.
Enemy attack struck me. I'm still okay. Launch operations complete. Rules are free. Whenever you're ready. Stand clear 15 meters.
Oh.
UAVs ready to launch.
The high velocity missile just missed that guy completely. Shit.
What happened? Status report.
Multiple bogeys on radar. They're close.
Wait, they're being launched.
You're clear to engage. They're probably hostile.
Judging by the way they look, they gotta be drones. Well spotted, clown. No doubt about it, we're dealing with UAVs. But that doesn't change a thing. Just think of them as somewhat clever decoys. Take them all down. These drones have great agility. All aircraft. You know what high G turns are, right? Use them. HQ, this is Golem 1. Bandits confirmed as UAVs.
What?
Bandits are drones.
Golem 1, that doesn't matter. Destroy all enemy fighters and get out.
Doesn't matter. War could change in an instant. Get over it. Yeah, I just wish they'd give us a bit more warning. Enemy UAV confirmed destroyed. Hell yeah. Golem Squadron, you're not gonna let Mage get all the glory, are ya?
3 enemies to go.
Feels like I'm riding a roller coaster up here.
Fox 2. Fox 2.
You're mine. I'll make it quick. Enemy knows a few moves, but that's about it.
Clouds are a bit
Just
thick.
chase him down and pull the trigger.
Targeting range of guns.
Come on, come on.
I'll
Gotcha.
buy a dinner for anyone who takes down an enemy.
There's a bar I want to try.
Doing good. Just 2 more.
Enemy in front of me and behind me.
Dodged.
So, drones don't do a G-force, huh?
1 to go. Let's get through this without any casualties.
Trigger, don't let them give you the runaround. Take them down one at a time.
The skies are clear. Nice work, everyone. Mission complete. RTB.
No casualties. We couldn't have done any better. Returning to base.
I don't know. Maybe the bandits we took down caused civilian casualties.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days. You shoot, someone gets killed. The guys in charge take care of the rest.
Current target is on rails, but there's still military...
You've given us air superiority by destroying their radar. The first barrier keeping us from retaking the space elevator is gone. Now is the time to group up and begin the counteroffensive. Let us reclaim what is ours.
Ooh, it's ranking. Yes. And we got a new nickname.
The surprise attacks carried out after the declaration of war saw the peacekeeping forces of various countries, including Osea, suffer major damage. The ships moored around the space elevator and near Gandar Bay have been hit particularly hard. Numerous ships have been sunk and abandoned. Fortunately, our cutting-edge aircraft carrier Kestrel II was at sea, so it was spared from the attack. Kestrel II is now preparing to launch another attack against Erusia's capital, Farbanti. The aircraft carrier Vulture also managed to escape Gandar Bay safely. However, it lost all its aircraft, so it's sailing empty. Today, the International Union Peacekeeping Force reclaims its bid to the space elevator. The Fort Gray's Island Air Base Squadron will rendezvous with the carrier Vulture for a joint mission. The first objective will be to seize air superiority in Schoppenberg in order to secure a route for the support squadrons. The enemy maintains air superiority over Schoppenberg, so expect heavy resistance from enemy aircraft. There's more, so listen carefully. Right from the start of the war, the enemy has been deploying drones. They're using a new advanced type of drone. The unmanned airborne aircraft carrier, the Arsenal Bird, carries this new drone, MQ-101. The Ocean Army headed up the development of the massive Arsenal Birds and dispatched them to the space elevator to provide support. However, it's been reported that the carriers may have fallen into the hands of the Erusian forces. If that's true, it could be a significant obstacle for us. We need to regain control of the space elevator ASAP. Good luck out there.
Okay, so dual wielder. So this is going to be a aerial mission. Sky conditions are looking sunny with some scattered cloud cover. It's saying 8 air targets, but I know there's a lot more than that. So just before we go in, let me show you guys what the aircraft tree looks like. So can we zoom out? Ooh, we can. Okay. So this was the aircraft tree. Oh, what is this? Oh yeah, special aircrafts. Okay, and then obviously I've unlocked majority of the stuff. I'm still missing one thing over here, but I've started unlocking some of these things down here. These are all multiplayer upgrades. I've unlocked pretty much everything here. So the next things I need to unlock is this XU-57, the YF-23 Black Widow, and then eventually the X-02S Strike Wagon. but they are heavily expensive. In fact, can we afford one? No, not yet. Cool, let's go. So for this mission, I am going to take a let's go for a fighter class. So we've got a lot of variants of the F-15. So there. So the C. Okay, so let's go through the F-15 because I'm probably going to take an F-15. So large twin engine air superiority fighter that boasts excellent performance results, nicknamed the Eagle. It has great speed, maneuverability, endurance, and allowing it to dominate the skies. So this was actually one of my favorite aircrafts when I was a lot younger. This and the Tomcat F-14. Now, the J, a variant of the C, created outside Russian development, although fundamentally identical. This craft caters for finer detailed choice of weaponry. Okay. So what do we have? Okay, we've got a quick maneuver air-to-air missile, semi-active. So let's go for the semi-active. Okay. Let's choose our skin. We're just going to go for the Mage skin.
Mage Squadron aircraft preparations complete.
Highway to the danger zone. Two-pronged strategy.
Squadron, this is the situation. Gollum and the other bases squadrons already joined forces and are engaged. You guys will arrive right in the middle of the action. Mage Squadron, eliminate all bandits in the current airspace. We have the upper hand, but that doesn't mean we can ease up. Good luck.
Mage 1, Wilco. Mage 1 to Gollum 1, thank your lucky stars. Looking good, Mage Squadron. Keep up that pressure. Trigger time to show the other guys that we get wet wild and do dirty things.
Oh, we didn't check out that.
Don't let them out of your sights, even in the clouds. And so, your first hunting season begins.
Dodged that. Ah, he dodged it. Gotcha.
Three remaining.
Oh, nice. That was my muscle teammate. Okay, let me show you guys the semi-active missile. So you gotta hold it within the circle, and that muscle will track it like a motherfucker. There we go.
Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
I haven't even broken a sweat. Missile incoming! Evade! Break! Break!
What the hell?
Caution, missile!
Shit.
A large aircraft is approaching. All aircraft, stay alert. We just learned that Eruzia is utilizing the arsenal burn. Those bastards. They had that thing combat ready this whole time.
Enemy has a radar lock.
Shit, here we go.
Break, now!
We're just waiting for mission command.
We'll live through this, Trigger.
So we need to spin some of these guys off. Got one. Come. No, oh, fuck!
All aircraft, no change in game plan. Destroy the arsenal burn.
Golem Squadron, take out Big Baby Huey.
Come.
Skeleton 1 lost. Skeleton 2, take over.
Fuck. Just couldn't hold it in the lock.
Status?
Find the situation.
Golem 2, missile, evade!
Come. Didn't even make it.
Golem 3, Golem 2's hit! Status report.
There we go. 2 down.
Shit, Golem 2, do you copy?
This is Golem 2. Instruments still appear to be functioning okay.
Can't reach the arsenal burn.
Here we go. Got 80% damage as a whole. We are not gonna make this one freaking look easy.
Skeleton 3's lost.
Where's that report? Continue to maintain air superiority.
HQ, what's happening?
Skykeeper, I repeat, maintain air superiority.
What the hell? Caution. All aircraft, stay alert.
Get out of there! Breaking! I'm breaking up!
Skeleton 2 lost.
Gotcha.
Squadron is down. We've had too many losses. All squadrons, command has ordered a complete withdrawal. Leave the operation area immediately.
Brilliant observation. If it was earlier, more of us would have survived the hearing.
Save your chatter for the debrief. Golem and Mage Squadron, give our allies some time to escape.
We'll go, but Golem 2's hit. Gotta send her back. Let's get dirty, Trigger.
Shoot down those UAVs. Don't let them touch any friendlies.
Golem 2, head back to base.
Gargoyle 1, escort Golem 2.
Continuing the mission. Still got my wings. Trigger doesn't need to fill in for me. I'm back and
You won't make any difference up here. Get back to base and cool your head.
Copy that. Returning home.
That's it, Trigger. They're machines. Don't show them any mercy. Be fine if you're not getting away.
Shit.
That's it, baby. Come to Poppy.
Squadron. Hang in there and come back safe.
I'm in his blind spot. He's mine.
Mage Squadron, you're going toe-to-toe with the UAVs. Good work.
Brandon is in my sights. Don't think focus.
Mage 2, UAV down.
Missile. Missile.
More UAVs spotted. Gargoyle Squadron, they might cut off your retreat.
What the fuck?
My status is fine. This is Gargoyle 1. Leading Operation Airspace with Column 2.
Retreating aircrafts, prepare for combat. It's a bogey. Gargoyle 1, Column 2, engage now. Attack.
Going back. Distance 30.
Gargoyle 1, caution, missile!
Shit.
Gargoyle 1 lost.
What the hell? Column 2, status report. Just talk to me.
I'm against an SU-30. Joint tips. I can't shake it off. It's matching me move for move.
Golem 2, stop dogfighting and run. Missile inbound, evade.
Watch out. Enemy has a walker.
Get those UAVs off of France.
Get your asses out. Fox 2. Mage 2, locked.
Warning, enemy in your six.
Fuck me. This guy's giving me a hard time.
Squadron still have their hot shot. Just right now.
Got one on my sights.
Column and Mage, we owe you a debt. We'll pay it.
Target was not struck.
Okay, let's change targets.
An ally's hit. Column and Mage, moving to provide support.
Let's move. They're ours.
I know. All we can do is fly away as fast as we can.
Come on, man. Fucking hell.
Mage 2, provide cover for allied retreat.
Mage 2 is taking on multiple UAVs. He's got the advantage.
Okay, here we go.
Fox 1.
Fox 1. Come on. There we go. Fox 2.
Machines don't get tired. Yowza.
Died.
Mage 2, UAV down. Keep it up, buddy.
We need to go help Gollum.
Detonate. I don't get it. Why is that opening fire? I'm scared.
Not good.
Fuck.
Bodies break off. Mage 2, they have a lock on you.
Fox 2.
Come on.
Eyes up in there.
Gotcha. Set assault is. Come on.
Trigger, can you help him?
Mage 2, Fox 1.
Boom. One more. We've only got one semi-active missile left, but that should be fine. Die.
Good job, Mage 2. We want as many guys out here as possible.
I'm grateful you're around.
Golem 2, what's your status? Status report.
He's a predator. The
Oh, fuck.
Column 2, lost.
Shit. Skykeeper, where's the one that got Brody?
I'm afraid he's long gone by now.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Boom.
Sorry.
How can I retreat with you still on my tail? Distract the bandit. I open some time.
Targeting gun range. Bandit is down.
Not on my watch.
Fox 2, Fox 2.
Smash.
All UAVs have been splashed.
I said what I had to say.
Check, it's actually raining over
Now
here.
what? Not a girl who'd retreat. Just not in her DNA.
How cool is
It
that?
was the right decision at the time.
Clouds are
I
actually
should've never
breaking
let
over
a
here.
fledgling like her out of my reach to begin with.
Golem Squadron, Mage Squadron, withdraw.
Let's get out of here.
Mage 2, we have you on radar. You are cleared for approach. Runway is clear. Mage 2, you are cleared for landing. Mage 2, lower speed. Mage 2, bank right. 3,000 to runway. Mage 2, lower nose. You're too high. To runway. Mage 2, lower speed.
Perfect. That's how you land an aircraft.
Nicely done, Mage 2. I knew you'd be back. Stand by for further orders. Be ready for your next sortie.
Mage Squadron, this is the situation.
Unfortunately, the two-front offensive was a failure. The aircraft carrier Kestrel II was sunk during the attack on Farbanti. Carrier-borne aircraft mistakenly bombed urban areas, and this has turned public opinion in neutral countries against us. Our own forces also suffered heavy losses. If it weren't for a few extraordinary fighters, many of us wouldn't have made it home. The situation is grim. We have precious little time, however. We have to get to the space elevator.
Okay, we got an A ranking, and we got a nice 83,000 credits from that. We got more nicknames. Cool. So, I think I'm gonna end it off here. End mission. So we currently, just to fill everybody in, if anybody joined a bit late, we're playing Ace Combat on the hardest difficulty on PS5. It's installed on the SSD, and pretty much, yeah, playing through at. And the reason actually I want to do this is because a lot of people uploaded some Ace Combat like gameplay videos and then playing through the campaigns, but they haven't uploaded them playing at the full resolution at 60 frames per second. So hopefully this gets a lot of likes and you guys enjoy it. Cool, thank you very much, and catch you for the next one.